Hi, it's Shannon back from houseimprovements.com. I'm out at the cabin build, got the front door installed, and I just want to show you how to install the doorknob. Fairly simple process really, but if you've never done one, it might help to see it done. So I've got all my miscellaneous stuff here in the package, and usually what you're going to find is, of course, whatever kind of handle you're using. Now, I should mention that this door is going to have a deadbolt, and we're not using a locking knob down here, so I've just got a regular passage set knob to use in this lower hole. So you'll have your knob, you're going to have your latch, you're going to have your striker plate that goes over on the jamb, some kind of instructions here, and then you're going to have a bag with some miscellaneous things in it. One of which, in my case, is an Allen wrench, because depending on which way, which hand your door is, you may have to switch the door handles to sit properly. You know, if you want them to curve up or curve down. You know, in this door, they're going to be curving down, and that should be the proper way. If the door was swinging the other direction, these would be curving up, and you'd want to switch the handles. So anyways, that's what the Allen wrench is for. You may or may not have one in your kit. You're also going to have this little piece, and I'll explain to you what that is for. That goes on the latch if you use one of their options for installation. And of course, you're going to have a bag of screws. First thing we need to start out with is the latch, and you can see this is typically how they come, all assembled like this with this plate on here. Now you have an option to take that plate off and instead install just this little stopper. It slips over the end, and that would allow you just to simply install it straight into a hole just like this, drilled in the door. Now, these holes are usually 1 inch. I think that's a standard. Yeah, it's 1 inch, and this plug is made to fit on the end of the latch and slide right in there, and you just tap it in with a hammer. Now that's nice and quick and easy, and generally works pretty good for interior doors, but I find on exterior doors that just isn't enough holding power, and eventually what happens over time is you end up with the door splitting and this thing getting loose, and that latch is never in there as 100% tight as it should be. So I don't like to use those little pieces on exterior doors. Now if you're going to use it and your latch came with this plate already installed, then you just simply need to take a flat screwdriver, get it down in this little space here, and give that a twist, and those two pieces will come apart and they'll both come off of there. We're going to use this piece, so I don't want to take that off. A lot of times the doors are only coming drilled with just the hole, because so many people want to use the quick and easy way. So I need to actually mortise this plate into the end of the door, and to do that I've got to first trace it out so that I can chisel out what I need to get out of there, because I want it to be in here, but I want it to be in flush. The way it is right now, it would stick out and hit on the door frame, or on the door jamb, I mean. In order to do that, like I said, I need to trace that latch out. So what I like to do is get the latch held in there where I want it. I want it centered on the spline of the door, and then I take my utility knife with a sharp blade, and I use my knife to trace out the outer edges of this plate instead of a pencil. Pencil line's just too thick, so I'll get it all lined up there. I'm holding it in here. If you really wanted to, you could get it lined up and actually put your screws in there. Actually, I'll do that. If I was a DIYer, that's what I would do. I wouldn't trust myself just holding it, so let's put a screw in there. It will help you hold everything straight. So we'll get that lined up. I don't need to be super tight, just enough to hold it in place. Making sure my latch is lined up straight. Okay, so now those screws are holding that in place for me, and I can take my knife and just simply trace this out. This used to be a lot easier when my eyes were better. Now I'm too close to it to see really good. Okay, so I've got that traced out. Now I can remove this latch. And just in case you're not familiar, if you notice there's a slope on the latch, you want the slope facing the jamb that it's going to close against, because when it hits the jamb, that just allows this to slide in easier and come back out. If you put it in the wrong way, it's going to hit here and the door's not going to close. I've got my outline from my knife blade, and of course none of my chisels are super sharp, but you want to try to use the sharpest chisel you have. I'm just going to first go around that outline. And your chisel is chisel shaped. It's got this slope. Okay, you want the slope to the inside, facing this hole all the time. The flat square side to the outside. Okay. Just going around, don't get too carried away when you're doing the vertical. Usually your knife just about went in deep enough anyways. You're just trying to chisel back, a little better than 1/8 of an inch. So now I'm going to come back to a wider chisel. I've got about 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to stick it in here at about 1/8 of an inch in. Just give it a little tap with my hand. And usually that'll be enough to get that little piece started. Okay, and I'm not quite deep enough here, so. Okay, so that gets that little piece out. We'll just clean up the hole a little bit. Didn't come quite clean on the edge. I'm probably close to deep enough, but once I get the bottom first piece out, then we'll check the latch in there and see, because we want the latch to be flush, hopefully. So again, I'm just setting the chisel in there about 1/8 of an inch back, going on a pretty sharp angle. Getting that little piece out of there. So this definitely is going to take you, I don't know how long it's going to take you, anywhere from a couple minutes to maybe 5 minutes. Chisel this out and clean it up. It just makes much stronger latch connection to the door. Okay, so I'm just going to fit this in there and see what I'm like. I'm actually really good. I'm really close. So another little hint when you're really close, sometimes you can just take your hammer and tap that in, because it's usually pretty soft wood. And I think I'm probably going to be all right. Now, something else to look at on your latch, most of them are adjustable these days. And the adjustment is because this hole can be set back at 2 different measurements from the edge of the door. Usually 1 3/4, or no, sorry. Now I'm mixing up my measurements. 2 3/4 is pretty standard nowadays, but there can be 2 3/8, and that's what the adjustment on here is for. So most of them, you just simply pull down this little knob and slide that out. Some twist, so it's just something to double check before you get it all in place there, so that hole for the rods on the handle set are going to be right in the middle of the hole. Now we've already got our holes in there, so it's going to kind of self-center itself. And don't go too crazy tightening this up either, you'll just strip it out. That core wood on these doors is pretty soft. You can see that's a pretty nice fit. Okay, so we've got that. We've got the latch in the middle of the door here. And now we can put the lever set in. So yours might just be a knob or whatever. Mine happens to be a lever. So this piece is going to slide in. Your side that has the screws on it is always going to be inside the house, right? So that nobody can just take a screwdriver and open your door. So in your package of screws, the longer screws are going to be what holds the handle on. The shorter ones are for the latches and the striker plate. Now, because this is a lever, I'll probably have to take the inside lever handle off in order to make it easier to screw on, so I might as well do that right now. Where's the set screw? So there's just a little set screw in the back side. And usually you don't have to take it right out on most of these. Just get it loose and then the handle slides right off. Don't lose that little set screw. This is sometimes the hardest part of the whole thing. I'm all backwards here because I can't stand right where I want to do it to do this because I want to be out of your way. But so sometimes the hardest thing is getting these little screws straight through there and into the hole on the other side there. I think I got it. Now I'd recommend you, if you haven't done this before, that you should use a screwdriver, not a drill, because you don't need these to be super tight, and you definitely don't want to strip it out. Unless you've done a few, you don't really know what that pressure is going to be. So we've got that side on. I'm actually just going to check that with a screwdriver to make sure I've got good tension on it. Yep, that was good. Now I can put this knob back on. So it just goes on, and redo the set screw. So the set screw is in the back side of the handle here. Little hint for you too, a lot of the manufacturers now, they're making this back plate square. It's just for style. There's nothing more frustrating than after you've installed it and used the knob a few times, now that perfectly square escutcheon plate on the back is just a little bit off, and it's so easy to see just a minor difference in it not being square to the door, and it's really hard to keep them square. I like these round ones because if the knob or anything shifts over time of using it, and they will, you can't tell if the round one is turned a little bit or not. The square ones, if you're any OCD at all, it's going to drive you nuts. So we've got this on. I always like to just, use it a couple times and make sure that it seems like it's functioning well, and it is. So more times than not, when you buy a door now, it's going to come with the strike already on. So chances are you're not going to have to actually use the one that comes with it, comes with the door, or comes with the knob, I mean. And the ones that come with the knob are not adjustable. If you're lucky and you're using a good door supplier, theirs are going to be adjustable. That's why you see all these little notches here. So you can actually loosen the screws and slide this strike plate here in and out to tighten up the door so it isn't sloppy. That's a really nice feature. Okay, so here's our door. Now, it all lines up, the height's good and everything, but it's got that wobble, like I can pull the door in and out 1/8 of an inch. So I need to adjust that plate. I could tell by looking at it earlier that it was definitely way too far open, but I just wanted to show you what you're looking for. The door shouldn't have that much wiggle, and I'm not over pushing on it at all. So okay, so you can see these screws. You need to loosen them off so that this little piece here will slide, and it's just sliding from one notch to the next. So we'll close it down a notch and try it again. Yeah, so that's exactly what I want. There's basically no wobble in that at all, just very minor, and it's making good contact. Well, you can see light there, but it's just light shining through this, but you don't see any light in the reveal all the way around, so that means we're getting good contact to the weather strip. So you can see Like I said, that installing a knob really isn't that difficult, but sometimes just seeing somebody do it and explain some of the, you know, minor things about it will definitely speed up your whole process. Now this video's, you know, 15 to 20 minutes long. In all reality, this is probably a 10-minute job, even with having to chisel out that chisel out so the strike fits in. So once you get a few done, you should be able to do this in 10 minutes or less and have it looking as good as mine did. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, and keep watching our videos. We got a ton of them in this cabin build. I don't even know what we're up to so far. I think we're close to 40 just in this one build, and I mean, we don't even have drywall in yet. So keep watching.